All right, welcome back to Beagle Eye Visions. Welcome back. We're on episode number 4, I believe. Pretty sure it's number 4. I did look up some more etymology because etymology is so important. It's so important to study these words, where our language comes from, and what because how could you understand if you're speaking a language that you don't quite understand? You could be speaking ill. You could be speaking false truths, right? Or not full truths. So I was trying to find where to go. Zephyr. Ooh, that's a good word too. Zephyr. Oh, the centurion yard's right here. So I looked up the etymology of centurion, and that comes from the Latin word centurio. Centurion is a military officer in ancient Rome, commander of a company of infantry. The word comes from Latin word centurio, which means Roman army officer, head of a centuria. A centuria is a group of 100. The Latin centurio was glossed in Old English by hundreds. Eildor. The word centurion was borrowed from Latin centurionus, from centum, meaning 100. From the late 13th century. So it's so important to understand where words come from, because even a lot of people don't know the word nice. The etymology of the word nice actually means to irritate. It means stupid, or just adult, a DOLT, like what I was saying on the Crazy Life Stories podcast before. A DLT, a DLT is a stupid person, adult. So you think of the word adult, people say, "Oh, I'm an adult," like I'm adulting. People, that's a trend people talk about nowadays. I'm adulting. It's so good to feel. It's so good to be adulting. But when you think about it, when you think about the phonetic sound that you're actually saying, you're saying adulting. You're being adult, which means when you pay your bills, and right when you get into that word, bills, to be ill, and then money is mani, the one eye. I could go off for all day, but we're gonna hang out with Plastic, see what she needs. Conglomerate building just ended up exploding, so that was really interesting on the last episode. So let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure they're planning on rebuilding. They're planning on rebuilding a replacement immediately, because that's what corporations do. They have endless amounts of money, especially when the corporations can just print endless amounts of money. Oh, I knew there was something hidden in here. Witness a terrifying event. Ooh. Found it. Nailed it. What is Plastic listening to? Alright, let's find out. What up, Plastic?
I'm bored. I fiddled around with the Sky City enclosed environmental protocols for a while, but they shut down the whole system after the blizzard. Hey, I have an idea. You can help me access the metagrid.
The what?
The metagrid. It's part of the grid, but only accessible by corporate families. Consists of information and communication too sensitive to risk propagation on the regular grid.
How do we access it?
I've mapped out geolocation.
Malfunction, just making sure
If you could tap into those
everything's
points,
connected.
I can assemble them to get full access.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just go to the locations I've marked for you, and I'll handle the rest. Once you reach the first point, their safety protocols will race to shut you out. You need to reach all the points before that happens.
Okay, I got it. I think.
So I need to access the nexus points to unlock the grid node. I think. I don't... I got distracted. Oh, I was playing the finals, so I gotta get used to this control scheme again.
Remember, once you activate the first point, the firewalls will try to shut you out.
And that's bad. You just have to be faster than they are.
Oh, I love the fighting. The combat in this game is so much fun. Oh, do I keep going? Or I take the security hub? Yeah, let's take the security hub first. I'm already on it. Never mind.
You really need to get out of range, Faith. Find a safe house and hide.
Jeez, I died. Oh my gosh. Well, that's embarrassing. I hate order-following cowards who just want to exert control on innocent people. That really frustrates me right there.
We might need backup. You the only one?
Control here. Report the search. She's gone.
All right, that'll help a lot. Get that upgrade point. These are kind of tough. I don't really remember, but I guess we'll figure it out.
The safety protocol just activated. Go get the others, Faith. Quickly. You're doing good, Faith. Only a few left to go, and I'll have access.
All right, gotta keep the flow. Keep the flow.
The safety protocol just activated. Go get the others safe. Quickly.
Whoops, I messed up. Oh no, I'm gonna have to restart. All right, I'll just restart. Gosh, I'm sucking today, guys. I'm sorry.
The safety protocol just activated. Go get the others safe. Quickly. You're doing good, Faith. Only a few left to go, and I'll have access.
Oh gosh, this is ridiculous. The times are so tight.
The safety protocol just activated. Go get the others safe. Quickly. You're doing good, Faith. Only a few left to go, and I'll have access. That's it. You did it. Plenty of juicy stuff here. I'll make sure you get a share of the script for this, Faith.
That's really what I enjoy about this game so much, because they don't leave for some of these missions. We'll find out that they don't leave much room for error, and I don't know, I kind of like it. It feels like the difficulty it's a challenge without being overwhelming. And most games aren't made like that, especially in this generation. It sucks. Like the game Cuphead. The game Cuphead is like, it's actually really challenging. It's a tough game, but it's tough in a fun way. I'll do a fragile delivery and then move on to the storyline.
You there. I have a
Actually, okay, of course you have a job. I'm the best runner in the city. Get some Irish crickets in here.
I need this package delivered, and I need it intact. If the container breaks and the cooling fails, I can't be held responsible. And this is the last thing I do for her. She better.
See, he's wearing his...
Now, off with you.
Oh my gosh. He's wearing his Elysium, his uniform. And then you look at that word, uniform. Uni means one, and form is... that's kind of obvious. So uniform means one form. One idea. That's why cops always... They wear the same uniform. The same unification, just cops, military, bankers, if you work at a fast food restaurant, it's all uniform, one form. It gives you the illusion that everybody's on the same team working together.
done?
What? I was right there. Oh, I was right there, dude. Alright, give it a reset. I think I realized where I done messed up, where I done goofed, where I slipped.
I need this package delivered, and I need it intact. If the container breaks and the cooling fails, I can't be held responsible. And this is the last thing.
Ignorance is not an excuse for policy breaking. Second, the policy exists to guarantee your safety. It is an important contract between every employee and the conglomerate. When the policy contract terminates. Third, students that have been contracted by the conglomerate all its employees. We make this sacrifice. Breach of policy grounds for contract termination.
What have you done?
What? There's gotta be a... I'm missing something. I'm missing a path or something. This is weird.
I need this package delivered, and I need it intact. If the container breaks and the cooling fails, I can't be held responsible.
Wow, I'm gonna have to come back to this.
What have you done?
It was right there, dude. Right there. Doesn't make any sense. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes you just have to level up and come back to it.
is rife with rumors about the explosion. Some are blaming the runners.
But why would you bomb the bauble?
Exactly, Plastic. You get it.
Of course I get it.
I was hearing that exposition there, seeing what's going on.
You started this.
Get your ego out of this, Noah.
What the hell are you even talking about? Nice job on the bobble, by the way. Winning the employees, huh? You're a damn psychopath, Rebecca. You always were.
Let me tell you something. If you ever took a stance on anything, Noah, I might care about your opinion. Contact me when you come to your senses. That is, if it happens before Kruger catches up to you. Faith, you've grown. Barely out of prison and already stirring things up. Your parents would be proud.
They were talking about Elysium, whatever it was you stole from there.
Who was that?
Rebecca Thane.
The leader of Black November. She knew my parents.
Yeah, we were all part of the same group before. Anyway, Rebecca was always a breed apart. She thinks she can change the world by blowing it up. Faith, she wanted the Omnistat drive. The blueprint on it.
Why not give it to her?
Because in her own way, she's as dangerous as Gabriel Kruger. Reflection's obviously more than the conglomerate will admit, and I have a feeling Rebecca should be kept away from it.
Good, because I was going to offer it to Dogen.
I tell you well, didn't I? Not to take sides.
I do take sides. Our side. See ya.
Faith.
What?
Never mind. I'll see you soon.
Regarding this terrible calamity, you must report it to Kruger Sector. Failure to do so is a breach of policy and grounds for contract termination.
I'm gonna go see what all these packs are that I've unlocked.
Knowing Dogen, I think you should make a deal before taking the blueprint to him. Plastic might as well keep it for now.
I could make a copy, you know.
No. Exclusivity is key here. If Dogen even suspects there's another copy, it won't be worth anything to him.
Probably just as well. The data is watermarked anyway. Even I couldn't get rid of that.
Dogen acquired a restaurant while you were gone, Gastrofusion. It said he spends all his time there these days. Supposedly it's all the rage in the high caste.
Imagine the crime czar of glass as a cook. I'd be careful about eating his food. Rumor has it he's got most of the families eating out of his hand by now. Pirandello, Caneda, Pope, even Lupin Tanner.
Wow, he said most of the families. See, earlier I said it reminds me how the mob, how much the mob is tied in with Hollywood. You wouldn't believe it until you studied it.
No need. Let her in. Faith. To think you should humble me with a visit.
I'm sorry, I should have come sooner.
Far be it from me to judge. It's not like you owe me anything.
Look, about that, I've got something to square my debt with.
Don't be crude. I haven't seen you in 2 years, and already you're talking about debt. Come. Machines make perfect food. But perfection is boring. It's the imperfections that truly make something unique. And so I like to occasionally introduce a human touch. A little imperfection.
You still have it. I thought...
I'd get rid of it. I almost did. You made me very angry, Faith. One could almost say it's your specialty, considering the extent to which you've recently aggrieved Mr. Kruger. He is out for runner blood. Whatever it is you stole from him must be very valuable.
It's the blueprint for reflection.
Ah, and you have it with you.
Not right now, but...
Then we will discuss your debt when you do. In the meantime, I believe a show of good faith is in order. Pardon the pun. Anansi have been remiss with their payments. A little human touch should set them straight.
All right, I get it. What do you need?
Go to the Anansi Emporium. I will update you along the way.
Faith, to go high, you will need proper tools. I know there's something in the storage room. It should help you reach the top of Anansi. Handle with care.
It is a part of the contract between every employee.
I have something extra in mind for Anansi. I'll tell you more when you reach the tower.
Any mistreatment of Kruger's personnel reaches policy grounds for contract termination. I'm Gabriel. Thank
you. We have some catching up to do, Faith. Perhaps we can have dinner when we've settled our transaction. Yes, dinner it is. I'll prepare something special. And how is Noah doing these days? Still scraping by, I imagine? Like a righteous employee? This is a shared channel, Dogan. I know.
So you're sending her on another one of your little errands?
She will demonstrate to Anansi what it means to default on one's debts. A suitable task, don't you think? Yeah, very subtle. How about the item we have for you? It should be more than enough. I will investigate the potential value of your proposition. But first things first. Just remember, Faith, Dogan looks to himself first. Ah, that hurts, Noah. And it's also not true. Should have veal, Faith. Have you ever had veal? Most mid-caste go through their entire lives without ever tasting real meat. Or perhaps you're a vegetarian. I make an exquisite risotto. Or maybe we'll have duck. I'm expecting a shipment from Cascadia Prime any day now. Oh, And you're not invited, Noah. I'd rather have dinner with Gabriel Kruger. I admit that Reflection intrigues me. The family certainly spare no expense in promoting it. And yet no one will say what it actually is. Don't you want to become the grid, Dogen? I prefer to access the grid on my terms, Noah. The employees are already grid-linked. I wonder what Reflection will add.
The Anansi. I love that. Or I don't love it because it sounds like, it sounds like the Naze. It sounds like Nazi, which, since we're on green language so heavily this episode, think when you hear that word Nazi, because they cannot see, they can NOT space SEE, they cannot see, not, it's in the I forget the word. It's in the pronunciation,
Almost there, Dogen.
Excellent. Go to the top, release the tuned mass tamper, and we're good. For now.
The tuned what?
A giant counterweight intended to make the building safe for earthquakes and hurricanes. But not for me. It will be our instrument of destruction.
Does Anansi really deserve this?
Are you having second thoughts, Faith? Anansi's not exactly a force for good. Every day, low-caste are dying in the Greyland factories, producing toothpicks and diapers for the mid-caste here in the city. Do this for them, if not for me.
I'm guessing that mass tuner thing will cause some serious damage.
You're guessing right.
And what about the employees here?
What about them?
Just what I thought. I'm getting them out, Dogen. The fire alarm should do it.
Whatever. If you ask them nicely, I'm sure they'll leave obediently.
Oh, I'm so focused on that secret pack now. Dang it. That one's tough. There's literally no clue. No clue how to get up there. Whoopsies! Jeez. I guess I should just go for it then.
I'm guessing that mass tuner thing will cause some serious damage.
You're guessing right.
And what about the employees here?
What about them?
Just what I thought. I'm getting them out, Dogen. The fire alarm should do it.
Whatever. If you ask them nicely, I'm sure they'll leave obediently. Heavily invested in reflection, together with Sylvine and Elysium. Of course, wherever there's intrigue, you can find the Malice twins. I've sent down feelers to a few selected business associates and should hear back within a few days. I look forward to putting this unfortunate episode behind us. Faith, you don't have to do this. The blueprint is more than enough as payment. That blueprint is worth exactly nothing until 1, I get it, and 2, I sell it.
It's all right, Noah. I'm enjoying myself. And the employees are all clear the building now.
If anything happens to her, Dogan, they'll go berserk, I'm sure. We've had this discussion once already.
What discussion? When?
No, I didn't tell you. 2 years ago, he came here after you were taken. Made quite an impression.
No, you didn't tell me.
Runners look after their own.
I'm at the top. Where's the damper tuner thing?
It should be right in front of you.
That? Why didn't you just say that it's a crazy huge pendulum?
Because things should be called by their proper names. Now, you need to dislodge it. There should be 3 support clamps for you to deactivate.
What the? Another fail. A lot of fails this episode. Many fails. Many a fails.
Tore through the entire building. I didn't...
As intended. It'll be some time before a Nazi recovers from that. If ever. Good, you got the invoice out, Faith. She obviously cares for others, Noah. A charming character flaw we both share. Occasionally. Faith, enjoy the view, but don't stick around. I expect KrugerSec are sending people to investigate this little accident as we speak.
What? Wow, Face. Wow. Maybe there's a gentle way to go down that pole? I guess we'll figure it out. Alright, do a little time check here. Doing good on time. Despite all the fails this episode. That was a fun mission, though. This is really fun. I enjoyed this.
I'll let you know about the blueprint. And then, maybe, we can also discuss your potential procurement of that drawing.
Alright, I'm gonna get an upgrade point here. Do I want movement or combat? Probably. I want both, to be honest, but... Climb pipes and ladders faster. Yeah, that one will help with the messengers and the fragile deliveries. This one will help a lot, so definitely gonna go ahead and get that one. And then I think...
And I can't reach him on the beat.
Why is this my problem?
Do I really have to explain that to you?
No. Sorry.
Good. I'm sending you his last known location. Please go and see what you can find.
Alright, so on that note, that's a great spot to leave off. I really have to use the restroom, so... and we're, ooh, let me get this real quick. Right about... What the... Right about at the mark. Ooh, I made it. Okay, so there will be more episodes. I don't know if I'll do the extra content, like the extra, like all these collectibles. I don't know if I'll do that on camera or off camera. I guess I'll figure it out. I might just do... One of these episodes just might be really boring, and it might be an entire episode of me just leveling up and getting get some more EXP to get more gadgets and gizmos unlocked. So, thank you so much if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy this series, leave a like, give me a share. It's just me running the YouTube channel, so, you know, it takes a lot of work. It's not easy behind the scenes to do all this stuff. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work, like I said. Yeah, if you can just leave a like, I really appreciate that. Give me some love. Dab me up on the internet, as they say, as the millennials say. Dab me up. Go ahead and dab me up. Dab that like button up. And there will be more. There's going to be a lot more etymology coming up. I can't wait for the next book review to come up for the November's book review. That's going to be a fun one. November's book review is going to be epic, but I'm probably going to have to get a job here soon. So but yeah, I'm going to get super good at this game. I'm going to beat all these time trials. I'm going to beat all the records. I'm going to be #1 on this game. I really wish those online leaderboards were still active, but they you know, dumb video game companies, especially as dumb as EA, that, you know, they love shutting down things that we enjoy. So, you know, these conglomerates, these corporation, these dead entities, which I highly recommend the End Evil podcast. The End Evil podcast, you can find him on YouTube. Look up End Evil podcast on YouTube. Or Chris Jansen, he's the host of End Evil podcast. They've been doing an epic series lately, and they just did an epic series last week. It was the real zombie apocalypse part 1, and then part 2 they're going to be going live Thursday. I don't know what date it is. Let me see what day. They're going to be going live Thursday, October 3rd at about 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time, so be sure to check that out. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, and I will leave the original Zombies part, the one I just shouted out. I'll leave that link in the description of this episode as well. So thanks again. Thank you so much if you guys made it this far. I really appreciate you. Next episode might just be me leveling up. Who knows? We'll see. So we got to some destruction in there. We messed up the corporation's one of their gadgets. We destroyed half their entire building, so that was fun. That was a really good mission. I highly recommend you get this game and play it on your own. This game is so good. Play it on your own. Buy it. I'm sure you can find it for super dirt cheap nowadays. And if you have the disc, put it in the comments below. You have bragging rights for buying the physical copy of this game. If there are physical copies that exist, I'm kind of curious. I want to look it up now. So thanks again if you made it this far. Stay tuned. Stay golden. A lot more content coming up. Use that code BeagleEyeVision at w.gg for 10% off your purchase. Get yourself some clean, sugar-free game fuel for your gaming needs. That's the autosave logo. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it off there. Sayonara, everybody. Thanks again if you made it this far. Stay tuned, stay golden. I really appreciate you. Stay tuned for more. All right.